Hello, team. Me, Trading Hood, once again with you guys. Hoping everything is okay. Um, for me, it looks like getting inspired lately. So, well, good news to produce content and share with you guys some thoughts and maybe changing some habits for better. And in this time, I want to talk about getting money to invest in 2021. And I want to share some few articles which says 41% of Americans will be able to cover 1,000 emergency with savings. So, and the second one is 61% of Americans will run out of emergency savings by the end of the year. Here's how to reduce expenses now. And yes, it's just talking about the low rate of savings for the US Americans. And yes, it's to consider. And in this channel, we would like our team to save more for better and to convince ourselves that saving is a very important tool to our freedom and financial freedom. So yes, that's the thing, and you never know when an emergency will come, or a pandemic will come, or maybe another sun will come. Everything can happen, so it's better to have some savings or emergency fund, but not only for emergency situations, but also to put that money to work to produce some returns to your pocket. And that's what we are going to talk about. Getting money to invest in 21 is try to always remember the big picture. Every penny, every dollar you can save, if you remember the big picture, will be easier. With the big picture, I mean this chart. Maybe we can talk about this chart today, or maybe in another video. But it's like our fuel to keep in track of our financial freedom. And those are some principles: our savings monthly and the yearly return. Maybe you guys have seen it somewhere else. I would like to share in depth with you guys later. But the returns, and the yearly returns um, make an exponential growth from year to year. It's not like linear, but exponential. So that's much better for your savings and your returns. So try to always remember the big picture. Why didn't I buy new shoes this December? Why didn't I change my car for a newer one? Or why everything, why I didn't dinner outside more frequently. Those kind of decisions will make a dramatically change in our lives uh, from month to month. We still have yes, those compound interest in stock market. I want to highlight this sentence because, well, December 2020, it's not April or March from 2020. So everything is a bit expensive nowadays. You got already 37% up, so it's not that cheap. We might find some sectors or bull markets or market summers somewhere. But yes, we will continue reading, studying, analyzing, sharing content and thoughts. Um, but yes, it will take time and effort. But if we are doing it for or we are enjoying it, it will be great. So we will be trying to keep content frequently for our team. So yes, it's expensive right now. For some sectors, it's more. This is the Nasdaq 100, the 100 bigger tech companies in the US. And yes, maybe it can have a not that steeper curve or trend. Some say live below your means or save until it hurts. I think we can live frugally, like just about to hurt. So, yes, we will talk about this a little bit later. But yes, those are lifestyles, and decisions. And it always depends on your income and how soon you want to achieve your financial freedom. And yes, once getting your financial freedom, you have more time, more free time to do whatever you like. And well, enjoy or take the most of your life, or maybe continue working if that's what you love the most. But you won't do your work by need, but because joy, which is definitely much better because you don't have the pressure of um, your expenses or liabilities. And next subject is try to avoid or share some subscription fees with families and friends. Don't underestimate any dollar monthly compromised. Yes, because monthly, believe it or not, many people spend, like, for example, the subscription for DirecTV or TV subscriptions or storage for your smartphone, and when you can just buy an SD card with enough space. Mm, and well, yes, and you got also clubs or resorts with golf, tennis courts, gym, etc. And sometimes it's just too high for some incomes, or it doesn't allow you to save. And if you don't have savings, well, you can't invest. So that's the thing, not just to save for saving, and maybe for an emergency fund, but to make those savings work for you, make that money work for you. Cutting excesses in pandemic wouldn't be easy. Yes, if you have to cut some expending, you have to sit down and talk to yourself very sincerely. And if you have many subscriptions or maybe a lifestyle quite expensive, cutting some will be pretty tough. So for me, at least, I prefer not to live like the fire movement, financial independent, retire early. Sometimes it looks a bit aggressive, and I like to spend some in social restaurants or meetings, or well, when we could go to cinema, have some drinks, but very special occasions, not that commonly. Yes, so emergency fund expanded in 2020. We just saw how if your savings is too small, it can just diminish or run out of them in a single year. and hoping that you still have your job safe and keep your income monthly. So, getting money to invest in 2021, you have to make a list of the inevitable expenses. One example is we know average US income could be around or at least 3.5K month. And if you receive that income, there are many places where you can receive that income, earn that income, and at least you can try Uber, freelancing, or making web pages, etc. And in this example, we are gonna talk about the expenses and how much you can save. Let's say the main expenses for an average American will be the mortgage, and I just wrote 1,000 for your monthly mortgage, 150 US dollars monthly in utilities, internet, water, electricity, etc. 150 in fuel, car maintenance, and maybe insurance and other stuff related to your mobility and transportation. 150 in food and 200 in health, dentist, sports, related, and 200 to some social. I put just some to specify special moments with special friends. Hopefully, friends that think the same way, so you can get feedback from them and maybe not being criticized by your decisions and not supported by them, and some recreations. We don't want to live a very, I don't know, maybe serious or sad life. But yes, and recreations, you will see that you don't need too much money to be happy. Just moments with your family and special friends. And well, books are cheap, and YouTube is free. And yes, you can have fun learning a lot of stuff. And 150 use credit card just to add points or miles. You can take advantage later, especially in trips. So yes, it's very good the advantages you can get with your credit card, and also if you have a high credit score, and you can afford like a black signature Visa or special high profile credit cards, because those give you the most uh, advantages and points or miles for your profile, so you can get more uh, benefits and advantages. So it's very nice. Do not undervalue the credit cards, and in the contrary, use them as to your favor. So the total expenses in this case will be like 2,000 monthly, and if you earn 3.5 k monthly, you have 1.5k to invest monthly, not to save it for emergency funds, because the emergency could also be bigger than 1.5k, and yes, that will be unnecessary, not enough. So yes, just remember that, and remember the bigger picture to get the fuel to take those decisions, make those decisions. So maybe I will leave this video there for today. Hope your questions or opinions, just write them below. We can share some feedback. Mm, maybe where to increase your income, and yes, we might talk about this chart in another video, and hope this was valuable for you guys. And keep in touch. And as I say, happy New Year, and all your promises um, get done in 2021, and we get closer to our financial freedom. So thanks for joining, and goodbye.